now is you get a 9-second rule early, so basically you have to get within 9 seconds or then pay validity. We're just doing the buddy system now to make sure there's no holes or gaps in the equipment. As it comes through. So the threat is now over, they're going to move on to the decontamination phase. So we use DPK1 and DPK2, which are two packs you get within your satchel. This is DPK1. So as much as you want, like here.
I'll just run you through the decontamination drill. So essentially every single thing which you touch is we consider it contaminated, and we've got these two kind of pieces to decontaminate with. We've got DKP1, which is this is all called Fuller's Earth. It's a clay-like substance which absorbs any foreign material. As you can see now, Mr. Olive is going to demonstrate using DKP1. There is another version of it called DKP2, which is in a more powdered form for larger things like a liquor attack, etc., etc. And points to note on this is it's used very, very liberally. So you'll see in reality we'll get buckets of this stuff and pour it over each other, because that's essentially how we're going to get rid of the chemicals. So Mr. Olive's going to demonstrate DKP2 as well. So at this stage we put our respirators on, we'll put our hoods on, helmets on, and all our gloves, etc., etc. And the thing is that we're contaminating our faces as well, and everywhere. So this is how much stuff you're getting in here. It's going all over. Like that. So by the end of it, you'll be absolutely covered in this stuff, and eventually you'll get your respirator off, you'll decontaminate the inside of the respirator. Guess what? Your hands touch the decontaminant, so you have to decontaminate your hands, and all your pouches, anything you touch you decontaminate. Any questions on that? No?
Thank you.
Sorry? Yeah. So finally we can go through a de-donning drill. So this is exactly the exact opposite of putting the respirator on, except for you're decontaminating everything in stages. Points to note is Mr. Olive is putting the helmet dome up. This is in case there is any attack on you during the time which you're decontaminating, so that any chemical contaminant comes off the helmet as opposed to into the helmet, thus preventing you any further injuries. He's doing it in a methodical kind of way. He's decontaminating the straps before he takes them off, because bearing in mind at this point in time there'll be chemicals everywhere, so it'll seep off his hood and it'll come into these areas over here. So you need to be really mindful of this. So really carefully again, he's holding on to this part of the respirator called the loop, and he's holding on to this, and then he'll break the seal when he feels fit. And what he's doing is he's holding his breath at this point so as not to breathe in any chemicals. Ideally you want to try and do this whole entire thing in one stage in order to prevent, it saves time. So he points to note again, he's got his eyes closed, and now before he puts his helmet or his respirator back on and breathes out, he's doing what's called a purge. This maneuver allows you to expel any excess contaminant within the respirator before you start breathing normally again, as demonstrated here. Points to note with the exhale here, he's not taking a breath back in, he's exhaling in the same breath so that he's not breathing in any contaminants. The reason he's holding onto this part is it stops all the air from coming out of the respirator itself, and it's actually coming out of the seal, so that the contaminant's not coming into the respirator itself. And then Mr. Olive can then replace the respirator, put his stuff back on, and carry on with whatever he needs to do. So another thing is that we're using buddy system all the time. As you can tell, that this is a very cumbersome and very difficult apparatus to operate. You'll be wearing, in reality, you'll be wearing these gloves as well, and these are very unwieldy. You have the inner gloves on them, and as you can tell, they'll probably get really sweaty over time. So it's paramount that you use the buddy system and help each other out in these situations in order to increase your efficiency.
And the 10 platoon,
that's pretty much it.
10 platoon t-shirt.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.